Good evening and welcome. It is Thirsty Thursday. We're one day away from Friday. I know some of y'all have the weekends off, so I know y'all are pretty excited. This is Questionable Sports. My name is Jesse, and I will be talking to you for the next 30, 45 to an hour and a half, 2 hours. I don't know. I ain't getting paid for this. When I feel like stopping, I'm going to stop. So, how are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Jesse again. I ain't even started drinking yet. I already said my name twice. But you know how we start off every show? We start off with one of these. Cheers. I spilled some. Sorry. Oh, that hit me in the heart. Light. Lights on. Lights on, Captain. Whew. That shot hit me right there. Right there in my throat. How are we doing today? So, let's see what we got, what we talking about today. Today, I've already welcomed y'all. Welcome to mi casa. And we're going to also talk about who is Pitt, who is Pittsburgh Steelers, who is playing, and talking about who's playing tonight, NFL. I got some NFL picks. Scotty will be joining, so we'll be talking about some college football games this weekend, tonight, Saturday, Friday, and Saturday. Of course, Scotty's always got something to say. Got the question of the day, and then the last segment, put a shot on it. It's where I pick college games and I pick who's gonna win. If I'm wrong, Saturday night at 9 o'clock, I will get on. Quick show, not nothing fancy. Take the shots. I may talk a little bit, depending on how much I've had to drink that day. Ooh, am I gonna be able to Saturday? Wherever I'm at, I'm gonna just stop what I'm doing. We're gonna just take a shot. If I'm at a restaurant, I'm gonna take shots at a restaurant, and my wife will record it. How about that? So yeah, that's what we got going on this evening. And of course, the last word. I have the last word. It's my show, so nobody else gets to say anything else unless somebody has something else to say. But starting off, like I said, who is Pittsburgh? That's who the Dallas Cowboys is playing this week. Um, Pittsburgh's 3-1. They lost last week. They were actually undefeated, playing really, really good. They have the starting quarterback is Justin Fields. They do have Wilson on the bench. He was supposed to be their starting quarterback this year, but he got hurt. So then they started Fields. Fields has been playing pretty good, so they just kind of started running with him. There's a lot of questions on what they should do with Wilson. Keep him, trade him to the Dolphins. I know there's a lot of people saying that because Dolphins are without a quarterback. I don't know. What up, Coach? Thank you for joining. Whoop whoop. How you doing today? We're talking about right now about the Pittsburgh Steelers, who the Cowboys are playing this week. Justin Fields, he's not doing great, but he's managing the game. He only has 830 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. But what he is doing, he's moving around a lot in the pocket. So it kind of hurts. Um, it's hard. It's kind of hard for the defense to keep up with him. What sucks though is we're gonna be without Parsons. We're gonna be without T Law this week. So there goes our pass rush. I think they're probably gonna try to contain them. What up, Kareem? Thank you for joining. Happy Thursday, Throwback Thursday, Thirsty Thursday, whatever Thursday you want it to be. Throw up Thursday. It's whatever. It's whatever you want. But speaking of throwing up, cheers to everybody. Yeah, I'm drinking whiskey, straight whiskey. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Play contain and spy the quarterback. He's been running. How you doing, Mom? Thank you for joining the chat. I'm doing great. Yeah, he actually has 145 yards rushing, so he will run the ball. So definitely needs to contain him. I think the Cowboys did really well against Lamar Jackson. I ain't gonna say really well. Let me take that back. Take that back. Rewind. Take that back. I don't think they did really well against the Lamar Jackson, but I think they did pretty good. It was Derrick Henry who was really killing them. But so yeah, I just feel like this is another team that runs going to be a heavy run. Not just like I said, Najee Harris is their running back, who's only has 228 yards rushing with 0 touchdowns. But they, like I said, they do run with Fields, so it should be interesting. I do appreciate everybody joining this evening, Thursday night. Apparently, you're not going out and getting drunk tonight, or is it still too soon? I don't know. People still go out on Thursday nights. Um, well, I mean, the run defense did look better, but Giants are not a running team, so I can't really gauge their run defense. I mean, you can say, hey, they play good, um, but you know, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Like I said Tuesday, if y'all were on Tuesday, once after the Cowboys got Pittsburgh, then they got Lions, then they got the bye week. After the bye week, we're gonna actually start getting people back. Bland should be back. So we got defensive tackles that are coming back from injury. Parsons should be pretty healthy. Law's not gonna be back yet, but he should be getting somewhere around there. Um, but yeah, you're right. It was a short week and it was a good turnaround, good game. I just feel like okay, the run defense was better, but then Daniel Jones throwing all over the field on the Cowboys. You know, and I understand we got a rookie corner out there, but they're gonna have to figure it's either the defense need to be like they were week one, where they were just dominated all over the field. But we'll see. You know, I said it before and I say it again. Overshown has to play. He has to be on the field. It feels like right now he's been our best defensive player on the field. Um, the same thing. I think I agree with you, Coach. Overshown needs to may have to spy the quarterback. He did that against um, Lamar. I think that helped out a lot. Also, their leading receiver is George Pickens with 284 yards. Again, no touchdowns. They throw to their tight end, who's not a big. They just don't really throw the ball very well. And just nothing against Justin Fields. He's just. I don't know if their line is terrible. I know they drafted in the first round a guard. I believe it was a guard out of Oregon, and then a center. So I know they're working on their lines, but I'm not sure if it's any better than it was last year. But what makes the Steelers so damn good is their defense. God, they let me read some names off for the defense. And it's like every time we Cowboys are playing, I'm telling you, about this defense, because Ravens had a good defense, Browns had a good defense, Saints had a good defense. Now we're playing another good defense. They have Elliott and Fitzpatrick. They're both safeties, and they're both leading the team in tackles. They're safeties. I was like, let me ask y'all this: how in the hell does Pittsburgh always have great safeties? I'm not gonna say, well, they have great safeties. They always find good safeties. And I always said I wish the Cowboys would go back to having great safeties. Remember when we had Darren Woodson, Brock Marion? Come on, man, that was the safeties to have. But yeah, Cream, you're TJ. I ain't even got there. I ain't got there yet. I ain't even got. I was just naming the safeties. They have a linebacker, Queen, Patrick Queen. They have a defensive tackle, Cameron Hayward, who's leading the team. He's second. He has 2 sacks. TJ Watt has 3 sacks. So the Cowboys defense, Cowboys offensive tackles are going to have a long day coming this week. So it's going to be tough. I tell you that much right now. But I'm still going to root for the Cowboys, and I believe they're going to win because I believe the defense is going to step up when they have to. That's my take. That's what I have to say about that. But other than that, that's all Pittsburgh got. No, I'll take that back. The thing they have is probably one of the best out there is a head coach. Mike Tomlin is a great coach. I hate to say this because I've never really been a Pittsburgh fan, but I love the coach. I'm talking about him right now. It's crazy that you bring him up. I think he is probably one of the best. Now that Belichick's not in the league right now, he's probably one of the best coaches. He is great. He's been consistently winning. No matter what. He had Mason Rudolph as their quarterback, and they still win. What hasn't he done? What hasn't he done? He's won every year. I know you're saying he may not have won a Super Bowls, but every year he puts a team out there with nothing. They have no offense, no quarterback, and they still find a way to make the playoffs. Everybody's, and I guess here in Dallas, everything is Super Bowl or a bust. I understand. You're right. You're right. Yeah, above 500 every year. He has that's a great postseason. But name his quarterbacks. Name quarterbacks that he had besides Ben Roethlisberger. You know, they had a good team. Ben Roethlisberger, Brown, who was the running back? They had a solid team those years. But who else were they playing against? Peyton Manning, Tom Brady. Goddamn, like he had it tough. He had it tough, and he still managed to put a winning team out there every year. So, hands down, I think Mike Tomlin is one of the best coaches out there. I mean, if you look at the rosters he put out there, at least in the last 3 or 4 years, and for him to still have a winning record, still to make the playoffs, hands down, respect. You got to respect that. That's my opinion. In my opinion only. Moving on to the next thing. Yeah, as we can see, who's playing tonight. We got the Buccaneers, Falcons playing tonight. I think it's gonna be a good game. I just don't. I ain't gonna put my money on anybody because I did the Survivor Pick'em thing and yeah, you're right, coach. Not coach. I'm sorry, Kareem. You're right. Old school coach, straight old school. And you know what I respect is the Pittsburgh's organization for sticking through with him because imagine if he was here with Dallas and he's what? Look at his records in the past few years. Everybody been calling for his head. Mike McCarthy's 10-6, or whatever, and they're calling for his head. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's having a winning season, and they're like, we lose the playoff game, and they're like, fire him. We just got to the playoffs. I mean, no disrespect. I want the Cowboys to win Super Bowl every year like everybody else. But damn it, we gotta give respect where respect is due. But going back to tonight's game, the Falcons and Bucks. I had a little brain fart there. Everybody was like, did he just freeze? Cause I just stood there. I ain't put money on either one of these teams, but I went for the Bucks a couple of weeks ago when they were playing Carolina, and they freaking lost. So I got knocked out of a survivor pool. It was $20 per person. I think that we have finally had a winner last week. They won $280. Son of a bitch! There goes my drinking money. That's why I'm drinking cheap whiskey. So if y'all want to donate to my whiskey funds, let me know. I'll send you my Cash App. But anyways, moving forward, I don't know. I still feel like Tampa Bay's gonna win. I still believe in them. I don't believe in them. I don't give a shit if they win or not. But if I was gonna put money on it, Tampa Bay. I got Evans going tonight too, K, with Tampa Bay. I put him in the starting lineup today. Did he score? Did they score? No. Who scored? Falcons? Oh. I should have started Baker tonight per Mahomes being underachieving. Well, shit, now it's going to be harder. It's going to be harder for Mahomes because he lost his starting quarter or receiver. But, you know, so I can't remember who in my league, somebody dropped Xavier Woods that same week, and I picked them up. Right before, I didn't even know Rice was going to get hurt, but I picked them up. So I don't know if I'm going to start him yet. I'm going to see how they do. But I think he's going to get more catches just because Rice is out. So I did have Evans in mind. Last week, I sat him, and he gave me like 19 points. And it was, I mean, even if I would have started him, I think KC should go after Adams. There's 3 teams I think that should go after Adams. The Jets, Cowboys, and the Kansas City. Kansas City more because they just lost their starting receiver. Cowboys because their offense has been sluggish, and I feel like, and this is the thing. I feel like if the Cowboys lose this week, they really might start looking at getting Adams because they're gonna have to start outscoring people because they're not gonna have the defense to stop anybody. You know, because the defense is just, at least not in the next 2 or 3 weeks at least. We got the Lions. They're a high-power offense. Man, it's going to be tough. The Jets, because their offense has been sluggish. Who's to blame? I don't know. I haven't watched any of the Jets. I don't see the Baltimore. I don't see Baltimore going after Adams, Kareem. I mean, they got Zay Flowers. Yeah, there's a game Sunday morning, Mom, at 8:30, not 9:30, 8:30. The Jets and the Vikings. But Kareem, I don't think Baltimore needs a receiver. Their offense is already looking good. They got Andrews. They got two good tight ends, Andrews and Likely. They got Henry, who's running the ball good. They got Lamar Jackson, who's running the ball good. They got Bateman. They got Zay Flowers. Baltimore don't need no receiver. They don't need no more. Don't give them more than they need. Because remember, the Cowboys are going to face them in the Super Bowl. They don't need to go against all that. But you know what? When you have more than what you need, sometimes that can backfire on you. That can backfire on you. Because now Lamar feels like he's obligated to give the ball to Adams. Now you're gonna have Zay Flowers upset. Now you're gonna, you know what I mean? You're gonna have Derrick Henry. I want more touches. I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. Baltimore goes after him and gets him. That's definitely gonna be a Super Bowl team, unless Lamar gets hurt. But I mean, moving on. Who's in my NFL picks? NFL picks for today. Has Scotty joined yet? Scotty has not joined yet. I don't know what time Scotty's getting on. He normally gets on by this time. If he ain't here, I'll do it by myself. It ain't we first time. Oh well, the last time. Well, no, last Wednesday I did it by myself. But the one time there was a Tuesday. I remember. I was expecting Scotty to get on, and he had something that came up, and he couldn't, and I didn't have a backup plan, and I wasn't prepared like fully. I was still not getting prepared for the show. Sounds like your sounds like your Saturday nights. I wasn't fully prepared, and man, it was a terrible show. I was trying to figure stuff out to talk about. I was like, and yeah, it was terrible, man. I felt so bad after that show. That really helped me out in preparing for the shows and what I want to say. At least write down something. I ain't gotta write like a whole paragraph, but at least write something I can go off of. Should Adams be a number one receiver? It depends on where he goes. If he comes to the Cowboys, he's not going to be the number one because CD's the number one. If he goes to the Jets, that he might. But I forgot about the Saints too. What up, bro? Vic, what's going on? Thank you for joining the show. Thank you for joining the chat. Don't be afraid to ask questions or give me your opinion on anything I've said. But I forgot about the Saints. They were saying that Carr wouldn't mind being reunited with them. Yep, Mike Evans for a touchdown. I think you may be ahead of me, Kareem. You're ahead of me by probably like 30, not anything like 10 seconds. You caught it and looked up, and that's when it happened. So, but yeah, what was I on? Oh, NFL picks. So my NFL picks, I'm gonna go with the Jets and the Vikings. They're playing at 8:30 at London. Jets 2-2, the Vikings 4-0. I'm gonna go with the Vikings. Their defense is playing hella good, which has actually been surprising. I think that's one of the biggest surprises, not the biggest, but one of the biggest surprises in the NFL is their defense. Their offense with Sam Darnold, I think it's shocked a lot of people. He's a gunslinger. He's always been a gunslinger. I just think a lot of teams maybe been holding him back, or I'm not sure what they've been doing. But he's been slinging the ball around, and he's got great receivers, Addison and Jefferson. So I'm gonna go with the Vikings. That's my pick. Vikings. Dolphins and Patriots. Game of bad teams. You got the 1-3 Dolphins and 1-3 Patriots. Dolphins is actually not a bad team. Their quarterback situation. That's what's helped them. Kareem said, if Cowboys get him, that will help open up the running game. You're going to have to double CD or Adams or both. I totally agree with you. You're not going to be able to have the stack the box. You're not going to be able to have 8 people in the box. But I mean, we saw in the Giants game, they were gashing the Giants. They just got away. And it's Mike McCarthy's offense. He gets away from the run. Then again, they got penalties too. But they will gash for it'd be second down and 2, and he'll throw a ball. And then you get a holding call. Or alignment or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's this. You don't have to throw the ball every first down. I mean, because you saw the stat where he was 15 for 15 on first down and passing, which is great. Don't get me wrong. Like, man, that's nice. But if you're running the ball, you're gashing it for 5 yards a run. Why stop? Why put your defense out there that's been struggling when you can slow the game down or speed the game up, actually, because you're running the ball, taking the time off the clock? Why? Oh, yeah, you'll definitely take that one-on-one CD or Adams all day. Because they're going to have both safeties back. Where's my drawing board so I can draw right here? You're going to have both safeties back as the corners trying to cover the receivers. And then you're going to only have 6 in the box because you're going to have the third receiver because Cowboys like playing with 3 receivers or a tight end out there. Oh, man, all day. I wish I had my drawing board. I'll draw that up real quick. I'm not an offensive guy, but I am a defensive guy. Just the headache of thinking, like, golly, they got that good receiver on that side, and I got to get this receiver. I hope I have help over the top because, damn, if he beats me deep, it's just now it's psychologically these corners are going to be going like, I don't want to get beat deep, so they're going to be playing back, easy stop route, slant route. You know what I mean? It can be psychologically confusing. That's why I say playing the defensive back is probably one of the hardest positions to play on the field, because I mean people are like, oh, quarterback or this and this. No, you got to understand as a defensive back, you're going against the most athletic person on the field. He knows where he's going. You do not know where he's going, so you actually have to feed off of him. But I was great at it, so I ain't got to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? I was pretty good. Don't make me tell you about my stats back in high school. I'll tell you what. But I don't know if I told you, I picked the Patriots over the Dolphins. So Patriots are going to move to 2-3 next week. Saints 2-2 versus the Chiefs 4-0. I think that teams kind of figured. Thank you, Kareem, for saying facts. I think teams figured out the Saints already. I think it was, and I guess you could say thanks to the Eagles because Eagles figured them out. Everybody's following Eagles' philosophy against the Saints and shutting them down. So I'm going with the Chiefs, but I think the Saints are going to make it tough for the Chiefs. But Chiefs always find a way to pull it off. So Chiefs are going to be 5-0 by the end of this week. And my sister was watching. Her husband would be like, "Hey, yeah, I don't give a shit because they're in Missouri." But that's all I got for the NFL picks. Let me see if Scotty's joined. Scotty, you've joined yet? Scotty has not joined yet. So I'm going to keep moving right along. We got what college games to watch. Y'all know I love college football. This is what I think about college football.
Awesome.
Cheers. I'm supposed to cheers y'all before I drink, but I cheers y'all after I drink. So going on to college football. So let's start off with the Friday games. There's a couple of games on Fridays that I'm interested in having on. I'm not gonna say I'm probably gonna watch them completely, but I'll have them on. I actually got a game on right now, college football. Troy versus Texas State. Now I like these little small schools, Texas State, UTSA. I mean, you'll hear me talk about them a lot. SMU. And the reason I'm telling you, I know a lot. It's hard to watch college football because there's so many teams. And Division I by itself is 134 schools in college football. And you're like, how the hell can you keep up with all of them? I don't. I just have the games on. What I do is I'll have the big games on. Of course, I'm gonna watch the big games, the one that everybody else is going to be watching. But on like a smaller screen, I'll watch the smaller games. Those games that are like Troy and Texas State, because those games are actually really, really fun because they're teams that are equal. They don't have a superstar player. If they do, it's one. So you'll just see an even ass team going head to head, and it's just fun to watch. I mean, you'll see a lot of mistakes too. Trust me, because like I said, these are not the superstar players. They ain't no Alabama, Georgia, but they are. It's still a good team. You'll still see them going back and forth, up and down the field, and it's fun to watch, especially when you get those high power offenses. So it's fun to watch. But Friday night, Michigan State, Oregon. Oregon's 4-0. Michigan State's 3-2. Got to go with Oregon. I mean, I'm not putting a shot on this. You know, this is not one of the put a shot on it game just yet. We'll talk about that one later. But I just feel like Oregon is a really good team. Their offense is starting to click it. I don't know if y'all remember a couple of weeks ago when I was talking about it. When I lean back and I forget that the mic moves far away. When I was talking about Oregon when they were playing, who were they playing? I can't remember who they were playing, but I was like, they're gonna come out, they're gonna win it because it's supposed to be a good team, and then they're gonna come out and they're gonna beat this team, but they're gonna come out second half, they're gonna blow them out, and that's exactly what happened. Their offense started getting it together, and yeah, it was a fun game for them, to watch if you like watching the high scoring offense because that's what Oregon is. Oregon's a high power offense. Don't have a very good defense. They have a solid defense, but not great. Their whole tactic is score as many points as they can, and just try to keep you from scoring 1 or 2 touchdowns. So if you ever watch Oregon playing that, like when they play, we almost there, guys. October 12th. Oh, don't get me. I almost got excited. You what? Say what? Oh, yeah, I can't wait. I may have it. We may have to do some kind of special episode or something for October 12th. That week is awesome. If you don't know, if you watch college football, that week is awesome. That's got a lot going on that weekend. But yeah, but when Oregon plays another high octane offense, it goes back and forth, and it's actually a really fun game if you like offense. Next game, this is one I'm actually really intrigued into. Syracuse and UNLV. Everybody knows what happened in UNLV with the quarterback who quit on the team because of money for the NIL deal. That's crazy. That's crazy. We knew it was going to happen. We knew it was going to happen eventually. Somebody's going to quit or somebody's just not going to like what's going on with the NIL deal. And it's crazy. He quit because of over money, him and his agent and stuff like that. Now there's questions saying that they were asking for more money because they're playing well. Well, then guess what happened with UNLV without their quarterback? They won. There was a sign that says this is UNLV, not UNILV. I like that sign. I wish I should have took a picture of it and posted it on here, but it was pretty funny. But yeah, I'm actually intrigued about that game. That game's did I write the time down? I did. It starts at 8:00 though. I remember that. It's going to be on ESPN at 8:00. So I hope y'all can watch that game. That game it's fun. Hey, before I forget, don't forget we got to put a shot on it. If there's a game you want me to make my prediction, if I'm wrong, I'll take a shot Saturday. So don't forget to get y'all's games in, whichever y'all want me to pick, because I got my 4. So another game that's going to be intriguing this weekend is Missouri and Texas A&M. Missouri. Didn't he just kick a game-winning field goal last week? Huh? What happened the first time? Oh, he missed 2 field goals. But I'm saying, didn't he just kick a game-winning field goal and now he can't make 2 field goals or back-to-back field goals tries? I'm glad I don't have him as my kicker. I got one of the best kickers in the NFL, Brandon Aubrey, on my team. But yeah, Missouri and Texas A&M. Missouri is ranked number 9. They're 4-0. Texas A&M is ranked 25, and they're 4-1. So after A&M's lost to Notre Dame, they've actually been playing pretty well. It was last week. Okay, I thought so. They've actually been playing pretty well. So it's going to be a good game. I think Missouri hasn't been tested. This is going to be the first test for Missouri. So it should be interesting. Scotty, you there?
I'm here.
How long you been there? I've been waiting for you.
I just got on.
Oh man, you got to leave your wife alone. Leave her alone for 5 minutes. Get off of her.
Can't help it.
Huh? You can't help it. We're talking about Saturday games, Scotty. I've already talked about Michigan State and Oregon, Syracuse and UNLV. I was just talking about Missouri and Texas A&M. Just talking about how Missouri hasn't been tested yet. Texas A&M ever since Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Ever since Notre Dame game, Texas A&M, they haven't taken off. They haven't just been like great, but they've been playing better. They got a little better
Yeah.
offense with their backup quarter that they put in. I watched the Arkansas Texas A&M game, which was a pretty good game. Arkansas could have won that game, but
Mhm.
it is what it is. Oh, the person you're playing, Kareem, in the league has that kicker. Who you playing? You know who you playing? No, Scott's playing Ramon. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Matchup. All matchups. Oh, you're playing Omar. Playing Omar. But yeah, so do you have a game, Scotty? I already named 3, so I don't know if you have a game that you want to talk about or you're intrigued. We're not picking them. I mean, you can pick them if you want, but we're just talking about games that you're intrigued.
Yeah.
We're all ears. Go ahead.
Hold on.
Oh, well, welcome, Scotty. Hold on. Welcome, Scotty. I got applause for you. There we go.
What's up?
I just did an applause for you.
Hey. Okay. You said the Syracuse.
Yes, Syracuse. I already said the Syracuse UNLV game. So I mean, you can talk about this too if you want to. Go ahead. I mean, we would love to hear your opinion.
I mean, I think it'd be a good game. I think Syracuse could win that game.
You think Syracuse is going to be?
It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
If they win, if they're going to be ranked.
Yep. So if you think if Syracuse wins, they'll go back to being ranked, or if they're going to be ranked.
I said it would be interesting to see if they're going to be ranked if they do win.
Yeah.
I think they have 1 loss, I believe.
Yeah, they're 3-1.
Another game that I think is going to be a really good game is the Rutgers at Nebraska.
Mm-hmm. That one.
Rutgers is 4-0.
Yeah, and Nebraska's 4-1. You know if y'all don't know who Nebraska is, they have the quarterback that mimics Patrick Mahomes a lot. Like a lot.
Yeah, Raiola.
Kind of scary.
Well, actually they worked out together.
Yeah, they do work out together. They do. But it's just kind of scary. Imagine me, Scotty, following you around and doing everything you did.
I mean, yeah.
Kind of creepy.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a good game.
Yeah, that should be a good one. Another one, and I don't know if you have this one written down, Scotty, is SMU Louisville. SMU 4-0, and Louisville's ranked. I can't remember what their record is, but they're ranked. So they're playing in Louisville, though.
Yeah, they're at Louisville, so
that's gonna be a tough.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one for SMU.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Louisville's 22 right now.
They're 22. I know they're ranked. I just couldn't remember what their rank was.
Another one that might be decent is the late game is Texas Tech at Arizona.
Yes. I was looking at that. I was like, oh, that's gonna be a good one. But it's late. And you know what's crazy? It's because I'm fat and I'm old now. As I used to be able to stay up and watch these games till like 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, as soon as I lay down on the bed, I'm falling asleep. I was like, I can't even stay up watching the game.
I may try to catch a little bit of that game.
I think it starts at what, 10, 9, 30?
10, yeah, 10.
10? God.
Yeah, 9:30 is Miami at Cal.
Oh, I forgot that's gonna be another good one. It depends on Miami comes out like they did last week. Cal's not a great team, but Cal can beat you. Cal will beat you. But Scotty, are you ready for your segment? Or
yeah, we can do that.
All right. It's time for Scott Selfish segment. All right, Scotty, go ahead.
All right, just a little bit of Giants insider information that Bill Belichick was seen with Joe Shane, the Giants GM, at the Rutgers game last week, and there's talk that he said that he would be interested in coaching the Giants if it were to come up, I guess, depending on how the season goes. I don't see them firing their coach in the middle of the season unless it starts going really bad. But we'll see what happens. They made a lot of moves today on the practice squad. So I'm thinking they're trying to make room. So I don't know if they're going to try to add a quarterback or what they're doing. So
Yeah,
that's all I really have.
well, I got a question for you.
Today.
We were talking today at work.
Okay.
We were talking today at work, and you had talked. We were talking about Daniel Jones and that injury clause. You want to explain a little bit about that?
Yeah. This basically says that if he gets injured and he can't pass the physical in the next off season, then he's guaranteed his full contract, which would be what was it, 42 million, I think, cap hit for the Giants.
In 1 year?
Dead cap.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So you think? Let me ask your opinion for as a Giants insider that you are. Do you do you think they will bench Daniel Jones towards the maybe mid season or towards the end of the season? Because you remember when Denver did that to Wilson.
Yeah. Well, I heard that today they were talking about I mean, no one really knows what they're going to do, but possibly waiting until they're mathematically out of the playoffs before they bench him. But I mean, keeping him in, I mean, is really winning one or two more games really worth it?
I got another Giants question for you.
Because
Go ahead.
okay.
Are you done or?
Oh yeah, that's
Okay. Do you think the Giants will tank the season to try to get a quarterback, to get Sanders or to get? I hate to say Beck because he's not a really great quarterback, but who else is there?
unfortunately I heard that they're they're interested in Cam Ward, and some people
Miami.
have them and they're
Okay.
getting them in the first round in their mock drafts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they'll purposely tank. If they did, they should have done that last season.
Oh yeah, but bunch of quarterbacks came out. Yeah, you're right.
Then they had that 3-game winning streak.
Yeah.
So that went there. That went that. So I don't know if they're going to purposely tank,
Yeah.
but I mean,
I
right now it's looking like maybe 5 wins
Uh-huh.
if they keep Jones in. If not, it might be less. But Locke has an arm; he can throw it up there.
Yeah.
That's something that Jones really doesn't do very much at all.
But the only thing Locke's problem is when he gets under pressure, he just chunks the ball for no reason, and he gets picked off a lot of the time. His decision making is kind of questionable.
Yeah,
and that's been his issue this his whole career.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yep. Anything else, Scotty?
That's all I have for that.
All right. Thank you, Scotty, and his selfish segment. All right. Real quick, because Scotty got me thinking when he was talking about when we were talking about the kind of the draft there. This next year's draft, quarterbacks are not going to be plenty. There's going to be a handful of quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Sanders, Ward, I think Beck's coming out. Gabriel Dillon might be coming out, but he shouldn't because he's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cam Rising might be coming out, but he's like 30 years old. So Ewers is coming out. Ewers is coming out.
He's getting hurt.
Yeah, Ewers is coming out, but he's a glass window. He'll break easily. But now the top 3 quarterbacks are going to be Sanders, Ewers, and Ward. So
yeah.
If you want if you want the best,
how about Jalen Miller? Is he Jalen Miller, the Alabama's quarterback?
Oh no, I thought he had one more year. I mean, I think he can come out if he wants. but I don't know if he's going to come out or not. I think he's got one more year to stay or
Yeah,
go.
I haven't really heard anything about him, so it
Yeah.
probably won't be out till
Well, you
the
know what?
next draft.
Coach said Ewers will be fine as long as he has a good pass protection. Well, the problem with that is, Coach, is normally when you get drafted pretty high in the draft, you're going to a sorry team that probably ain't got nobody blocking for you. I mean, ask Bryce Young. And, Carolina's going to be right up there again looking for a quarterback. My mom said she had a question for you, Scotty. She said, so, Scotty, who do you think is going to win on Sunday, the Pittsburgh Steelers or the Dallas Cowboys?
It's gonna be a good game. It's in Pittsburgh, so I don't know. I'm gonna say probably Steelers.
Ooh, he's going against the Dallas Cowboys. Who invited him on the show? Boo this guy. Where's my boo sound? I don't know where my boo sound at.
The Cowboys haven't looked that great,
That's not
especially
it.
their defense, and they got some injuries
Here,
on defense.
that's for Scotty.
I
Get out of
think
here. I did a gunshot, Scotty.
if Pittsburgh can exploit the Cowboys' injuries on defense, then I think they can win.
The thing is, well, I mean, like I said, with Parsons and Tank out, it's going to be hard to stop the run. That's what Steelers are good at, or stopping. I mean, running the ball, not passing. But if they can get to the play action, if Dallas is playing heavy run and they get to the play action, it's going to be tough for the Dallas on all night or all day. I'm not sure what time I think they play at 3. I don't know. But
it's night.
Night game.
It's a night game.
Oh, okay. So
Sunday night.
Damn. I guess I'll be going to work drunk then. No, it's not. Babe, what time the Cowboys play? Oh, you're right, Scotty. My bad. That's why I got to stop drinking. My producer said it's Sunday night. But now we are moving on to the question of the day. And the question of the day is, what is your favorite song or lyrics in a song? I will let y'all talk about it. I'll let y'all put it in chat. Scotty, we'll get back to that in just a few minutes. Hold on, let me make sure people. Yeah. What is your favorite song or lyric, or what is your favorite song or lyrics in a song? So go ahead and put it in the chat if you want. I'll read it out in the on camera. Everybody's booing you, Scotty, for your pick. Your pick. I got Cream. My mom booing you. So now we know. You said what?
With the spread, I need to check to see what the spread is on that game.
I thought.
I think it's Pittsburgh.
I think Pittsburgh's favored. No. Did they switch it over to the Cowboys being favored by 2.5?
Oh, because it was Pittsburgh with 2.5, I think. They switched it.
I'm looking. I'm seeing if it comes up real quick.
Oh, okay.
No, they still got Pittsburgh 2.5. You're right.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Pittsburgh's 2.5. So now it's time for mine and y'all's and Scott's favorite segment. It's time for Put a Shot on It. So, my mom, you read your stuff before you send it. She said, you got to believe we are America's team. We're not teenagers. I'm old. We're America's team, not teen. Come on. Where's my dope? Nope, that's not it. Let's do that. Okay. So the first game I got, and Scott, if you have a game that you want to throw out there for me to put a shot on it, that's the segment. Put a shot on it. Let me know. The first game I got,
yeah,
and then you can do your predictions too. Other games that I say, Scott. I know you don't drink.
Okay.
Syracuse and UNLV, and I'm gonna go with UNLV. Put a shot on that. I'm gonna go with UNLV over Syracuse.
I'm going with Syracuse on that one.
Syracuse. Oh, got it. All right. Next game. And let me just say, I'm only doing UNLV because despite that quarterback, if you would just say UNLV, if it was still the same, 4-0 and 3-1, you say UNLV and Syracuse, I'll probably go Syracuse. But I'm doing
Yeah,
UNLV because I'm rooting for the team because of that quarterback. That's why I'm doing it. It's not
yeah.
because I'm doing it because I think they're gonna win. Like I tell y'all, when I make these predictions, or I do it with my heart. I do it with my heart. So next game, Mississippi, Texas A&M. Go ahead, Scotty. Who you got?
I think um, I think A&M could win that one.
A&M. I'm gonna go with Missouri because I feel like I'm putting a shot on Missouri because I feel like they're gonna get it going. But the only thing, I'm gonna say this: they're playing the A&M, and it's hard to play
Yeah,
the 12th man.
and I think they're the underdog too,
Are they?
Missouri.
Dang.
I
And
believe
also,
so.
also, I just do not like Texas A&M. So that's just another one I'm going with my heart. Come on, Missouri, you can do it. All right, next game I got is SMU Louisville. What you got, Scotty?
I think Louisville's probably gonna win that one pretty easily. SMU's hasn't looked great.
Well, I think the last couple of weeks they've been playing better. I
Well,
think,
yeah, yeah. I mean, they put up 66 on TCU, but
yeah,
and then 42 last week on
Florida State.
Florida State.
You know what?
I mean, yeah,
At
so
first,
they're looking better.
yeah. Let me say something about Florida State. At first, it was funny, and I was getting amused. Now it's just getting dirty. It's getting bad. They got Clemson this week. They're going to be
Yeah,
1-5. This team was supposed to be a top 5 team, ladies and gentlemen. A top 5 team. My mom said, she's like, damn, I was talking on the speaker. So instead of saying, put your teeth in, mom, damn it. Put your dentures in so your phone can hear you better. Next game is, or the last game I got is Ole Miss and South Carolina.
oh yeah, Ole Miss coming off
A devastating loss to Kentucky.
yeah.
So, who you got?
South Carolina's been looking a little bit better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, they pretty close with LSU, lost by 3. Ole Miss, if Ole Miss play like they did last week, then I think South Carolina could beat them.
Um, Go ahead.
I kind of like Ole Miss though.
Ole
I'm gonna
Miss.
go with Ole Miss.
Yep, I'm gonna agree with you on that one, Scotty. I got Ole Miss too. I think they're gonna come out playing a whole lot better. I think that ass whooping. I mean, people are like, it was a close game. It was an ass whooping. When you're supposed
Yeah,
to win and you can't score, you can't win. It's an ass whooping. So they got their ass whooping. I think they're gonna come out. Lynn Kemp is gonna come out, get them going. I'm definitely going with Ole Miss in that game.
I mean for them at this point, they probably have to win the rest of the games to get
Yeah,
a shot at the playoffs.
and they're not, but they still got a hard schedule. They still got a couple of teams. I can't remember what their teams they got to go against, but they got teams that they got to go against in the SEC.
Oh
So
yeah,
I mean,
yeah, it's
that's
gonna
what
be
sucks.
easy.
That's what sucks for the SEC teams. If you lose one, shit. I mean, especially a team that you're supposed to win, it's going to even get harder.
Yeah,
They're gonna
yeah,
because you're either going to have to play another Georgia or Alabama, Tennessee, um, Missouri.
yeah.
You got so many other teams. So, um, but that's the 4 teams. Scotty, do you have a team that you want me to choose? I'm gonna try to write it
See,
down.
Ole Miss still has LSU, Oklahoma, Georgia. So, yeah, the game I have is the Rutgers Nebraska game.
Oh, Rutgers, Nebraska. Damn it. Um, I'm I'm gonna go with my heart on this one, and I'm gonna go with Rutgers just because they're 4-0 right now, and I just feel like uh, the Nebraska's offense is not ready to go yet.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Rutgers has their defense is pretty solid.
Yeah. Let me write that down real quick. Rutgers versus Nebraska. I went Rutgers. My mom told me because I told her to put her dentures in. She said, "Be quiet before your teeth will be missing." But now I guess it's time for the last thing we got. Is the question of the day. I'll read it again. What is your favorite song or lyrics in a song? Anybody in the chat, go ahead and tell me what you got. Scotty, do you have one or any?
Man, I was just thinking about this today. There's not like I listen to so many different types of music. I pretty much listen to just about everything. It's kind of hard just to pick one song.
I mean, if you got two, it's okay. I'll let you have two. I got one right here. Coach said, "I tell myself that I should quit, but I don't listen to drunks." Peter McCullen.
Yeah.
Yes, Emma. Okay. My daughter said her favorite song is "We Don't Talk About Bruno," so we got to make sure we put that out there.
Okay, yeah.
That's a good one,
That's
Coach.
a good.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Scotty.
I mean, I don't know. It's just said there's so many.
I don't really. I mean, I don't really have like a favorite lyric. I do have favorite lyrics in certain songs. But my favorite song of all time is "Cause I Love You" by I just went brain fart. I forgot what his name was. I'm gonna think about it in a little bit. But because it's my show, I got other songs too. One of my favorite songs is "Dear Mama" by Tupac. That's a great song. Um, it hits hits hard.
DVB, is that who it is?
No, it's let me look it up. Not Stevie B. That's what Coach just said. Stevie B. Not the old school. It's throwback. All right, come on. Lenny Williams. Lenny Williams, because I love you. It's because I love you, but it's Lenny Williams. Like, girl, I love you. A funny story about that. It came out on the radio the other day in the car, and I was like, oh, I was telling my wife and my daughter, it's my favorite song. I love this song. My favorite song of all time. And from the back seat, I hear, "Mommy, change the station." Because every time my daughter would be like, "Oh, I like this song. It's my favorite song, right, Mommy?" And then I would go and I'd change the station. And so she got me back on that one.
Also, Johnny Cash did that song too. Just FYI.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I gotta listen to that one then. Karma is the guy on the Chiefs coming straight home to me. Huh? That the lyrics to the song? Huh? Who? Oh, the tight end, Travis Kelsey. Yeah. Huh? Who sings it? Taylor Swift. Yeah. Is it? Oh. Oh, right now? Is that a new song? Huh? Karma. Uh, it says. Oh, you changed the lyrics. Ah, Lenny Williams. Yeah, Mom, I got it. I had a brain fart there for a second. I forgot who it was, and I've been talking about it all damn day today too. and I just get to the moment, and I choke. I choked in the moment. Another one of my songs that I love, and it touches my heart is "Tough Little Boy" by Gary Allen. I don't know if you ever heard that song. It's if you have,
Yeah.
especially if you have a little girl. It's
Yeah.
it's that's a good one because he talks about how or he's a tough little
That's
boy, but
that's Gary Allen, is that what you said?
yeah,
Or did you
Gary
say
Allen.
Tim McGraw?
Not say Gary Allen.
Yeah, okay. I thought you said Tim McGraw.
No, 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 no.
Yeah.
um, and my last one is "Save Me" by Jelly Roll. But I mean, the reason is like people are like, "Oh, why is he saying that?" Oh, that's a good one, Coach. "Simple Man," Leonard Skinner. That's a good one.
Yeah.
But the reason to save me, like if people are like, "Oh, what are you trying to say something?" Like, no, I'm not trying to say nothing. It's just when you listen to the lyrics of the song "To Save Me," um, it kind of reflects how I used to be back in the past, where I always thought that drinking was what made me happy, but it wasn't. That's why I really thought that. I really thought the only way I was gonna have fun was to drink. But then I met my wife, and it just like changed everything. It's like it made me think. It made me realize that hey, I don't need alcohol to have fun. We went on vacation, and like I didn't drink the whole time. I drank that night, but during the daytime, like we had a blast throughout the whole day, and I was not drunk or anything. We would go before not even vacations, but we would just go anywhere, and I was just having a blast. And I always thought that I needed to have alcohol in my life to have fun. And then in the song, and it says, somebody, saved me because he felt like that he needed the same thing, that he needed alcohol. He says this lifestyle is not for him anymore. So, "Purple Rain" by Prince. Yes, that's a good song. I like Purple Rain's, not Purple Rain. I like Prince's song, "I Will Die for You." That's a good one too. Um, but anything else, Scotty?
I think that's all we got.
That's all we got for today. Um. Oh, one note. Stars. I got my star stuff on. They start October 10th, opening day. So let's go out there and root for the Stars. They're supposed to be a decent team this year. Maybe on Tuesday we can talk about the Stars a little bit. Actually, they're supposed to be a great team this year. So we'll
Yeah.
talk about a little bit about the Stars on excuse me, on Tuesday. We'll talk about. I guess we'll talk about their opening games if they won or not. So, anybody got
Yeah.
anything else out there? Scotty, you had anything else to say?
I think that's it.
That's it.
We got some baseball playoffs coming up.
Yeah, we can talk about that on Tuesday as well. Let's do that. Even though the
Alright.
Rangers are not in it, it's okay. I'm good
Yeah.
for. I'm good. I said this before. I'm good
We
for
can,
10 years. They already
we can
won the
make
World
our
Series. Go
we
ahead.
can make our picks who we think gonna be in the World Series.
Okay, that sounds good to me. I'll look into it. I think it's gonna be the Dodgers, and
Yeah, that's what everyone's saying.
hey, but you never know what can happen. Look, nobody thought the Rangers were gonna win. Nobody even thought. You know what? Let's take that back. Nobody even thought the Rangers were gonna make the playoffs last year. At the beginning of
Yeah.
the season, they were supposed to be third in the division, behind Seattle and Anaheim. Oh no,
Yeah.
no, Astros and Seattle, and then it was going to be the Rangers and Anaheim kind of fighting for that third position. Coach, you probably believe they'll make the playoffs, but you didn't know they're going to win the World Series. I'm gonna need these texts. I need these texts to be proven. He said I got text to prove it. But I feel like I'm good for at least 10 years. After the 2 years, back-to-back years when they lost the World Series, and I was devastated. I can talk about it now because they won the World Series. Kareem said, "The man who knows something knows he knows nothing at all." Erica Badu. I like when Erica Badu says, "You can call Tyrone, but you can't use my phone." Boy, when I first heard that shit cracked me up. um, but but yeah, so I'm good with the Rangers. They could be sorry for the next 10 years, and I'd be like, it's all good. They won the World Series. They'd be like, that was 10 years ago, and they won. But I feel like next year they're going to be a better team. They should be better. On and
Yeah.
on. Yeah, on and on. That's a good. That's on and on. Um. But I think that's all we got. For the last word, for what I'm gonna say is, I'm gonna go on a journey, and I wanted to take y'all with me. As you can see, I'm kind of hefty here. So my goal is by December. I say in December, I want to be down at least 20 pounds. I know it's gonna be tough because we got like I'm going to the fair. You got next weekend. You got Texas OU. You got the big games. Um, uh, yeah, the Rangers did have a lot of injuries. Cream, you're right. Um, and then you got Thanksgiving. But I got to stay strong, and I'm gonna do my best. But I got to lose a little bit of weight. So I'm gonna uh take y'all on the journey with me. I'm gonna let y'all know how I'm doing, where I'm at. Right now, I'm starting off, and it's gonna pain for me to say this. I got weighed yesterday, and I weighed 268 pounds. So I'm 41 years old. I shouldn't be weighing that much. In high school. I weighed 135, so I'm damn near double to what I weighed in high school. So I'm gonna take y'all on this journey. Um, y'all want to give me words of encouragement. Y'all want to, give me advice, and I'm all here for it. Um, I'm not gonna do any fitness clubs just because I don't want to spend the money on that. We got other stuff I got to spend money on, like alcohol. But but I do want to take you on the journey. I do want to. 200. Cream said 68 pounds. Sounds like my ex girlfriend. So, but yeah,
Yeah, some chunky.
yeah. Kareem, yeah, he likes them like that. So yeah, so that's my goal. At least 20 pounds by December, and then we'll go from there. I was gonna keep on going. Um, I was actually talking to my wife about it today, talking about how I used to be the motivation I used to have when I was in high school, and how I was just a health freak, and I wouldn't eat, wouldn't drink, I didn't drink, I didn't eat, didn't drink sodas, didn't really eat candy or anything like that. Now, if you hand me a piece of candy, I don't even think twice. I'll swallow it before you even finish asking. So, so, but yeah, so that's the last word I got to say. Scotty, I appreciate you joining today.
All right.
Don't
Let's
forget.
go watch the game.
Yep, let's go watch the games. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be back Saturday night. Try to be on around 9 if I can. If I can't, we'll figure something out. Y'all have a good evening. Good night. Don't forget safety first, then teamwork.
All right. See ya.
See ya.